Hi, I'm Pagata12, and today we play with instances, and we build this flocking looking thing. And the key feature is the ability to lengthen the body according with the distance between head and tail. And yeah, we build this network here. And yeah, let's go. Let's make a base. Okay, and let's go inside. We don't need this. Okay, now I would like to have a specific count for the instances. So I go with constant. Okay, and here it's count, and yeah, let's go with 1000 for now. And as you know, I chain a null here, not this, so a null, and in between I want to make a folder by placing a null and then collapse selected. Okay, and I like to mark this with black. So we select the count, okay, and we rename it. So we select the count and we rename it map. And now with the mod, so mod, okay, here we go with the root and ceiling, okay, and we use merge to have them both in one operator, okay. And yeah, let's use that value into a noise stop this time. So I'll take this 32 resolution. Okay, I need this to be 32 RGB, and yeah, now we good. Let's scale it down to 0.2 and let's go with the period 2. Okay, now we place a null here, and let's see the points. So I use a sphere SOP, okay, and let's have a transform in which I would like to set the size, actually the radius. So let's have a radius here. So maybe 0.0325. We'll see. And then we use this here. Okay, and now geometry, and go for instancing and drag this, okay, here. So RGB. Okay, let's see this. So we good. Now let's have this moving a little bit. So we can go with ABS time or so, and but I would like to set the speed here. So 0.1 and go inside, and yeah, let's select the speed and rename it. So speed, rename it into time. So we have to type time there, okay. And now we use speed chop, and we have the time, and we use it here into translate Z, okay. And we are good, but we actually have more than 1000 points and also spheres, and that's because 32 by 32 it's 1024. So let's have a kind of a channel, black and white channel, which will take care of that. And I like to do it like this, using a ramp. Okay, and in the ramp I'll go, let's see this in a window. Okay, and now we can grab the values much easier. So this ramp should be the count by 1. Okay, 32 mono. Okay, and now I use a group, and here instead of repeat I extend to 0, and the group right should take 32 multiplied by 32, or you can write like this. Okay, and now we would like to have 32 square texture with those pixels, and yeah, the best way it's here now, due to this point repack component, which is awesome tool, awesome. Let's set this resolution to our map, and yeah, we have the texture now. And let's use a mod. Okay, and we go for ceiling. Okay, now if we multiply this texture with this one using a multiply top, okay, you see we have a point into center 0. Actually, it's not 1 point, there are 24. And yeah, how we solve this? First, let me set this to nearest pixels. Okay, so let's have those black pixels transparent. Okay, for this we need a reorder. Okay, and I'll take the alpha from input 2. Okay, and this has to be 32 RGBA. Okay, and here from input 2 I'll take the red, and now we good. For this center spheres we don't need to not be visible there. Okay, we need to give them the scale 0. Okay, and this is the texture we need. So it's 1 for white and 0 for black. And so if we go here and instead let's take the null 2 as a default, right? And here scale would take the alpha. Now the center it's clean. What else we can do? Let's set the offset to 0, and now the points are in the middle. Okay, let's have this a little bit smaller, like this maybe. Oh, we good actually. Yeah. Now those points would be the head. Okay, and for the tail we need the same point, but from the previous I don't know, couple of frames, and we can use cache for this. Let's use a select here. So first I'll select these points. Okay, and now we use cache, not like this, so cache. Okay, and yeah, this is the amount of frames we want to cache. Okay, and maybe would be good to have that value here too. Okay, let's set to, I don't know, 16 maybe, and grab this here, and now we use a cache select like this, and for this cache index we take the same, but this time with minus. Okay. And now we have the head and the tail, okay, and we want to put a body, a tube in between, and for that we need to find the vector between those 2 points, and so we subtract them, right? So let's use subtract here. Okay, we mask the alpha and we good. The values are pretty black since they are quite small, okay? And now I would like to normalize those vectors since they are very small, okay? And we only use them for their direction. And so it will be even better if the vectors would be normalized, okay? And how we normalized, yeah, let's use a null here, okay? And I want to make a folder in between, inserting again a null and collapse selected, and I'll rename this folder normalize. Okay, and let's go inside, and we don't need this null. Now we use a mod, okay, and we go for the length, mask the alpha, we take 32 mono, okay, and now we use composite, and we go for divide, and yeah, let's see. Now we would like to have the first input here in a fixed layer, okay? And yeah, those are the normalized vectors direction between those 2 points, okay? And since we subtract the head from the tail, okay, that means the vector direction, it's from the head to the tail, okay? And yeah, let's go on. What else we need to actually put tubes in those points, okay? Right now we use something for the scale like alpha, so everything would be scaled with the same values. But in this case, using a tube, this tube might be a different length, okay? And so we use one value for x and y, which would be radius, okay? And for the z, we already have this math here, which give us the length, okay? And yeah, let's split a little bit this screen, okay? Since I want to grab here, so I use a select, okay? And I want to take this texture into it, okay? Now, this would be scale on z, and so I need the scale on x and y, and it's good if I make a constant, okay, and this would be 32 RGBA, okay, let's RGB, it's good, and yeah, the size would be the same as our maps, okay, and here we don't have, let's see, we have radius. Okay, let's grab the radius for x and y, and we leave the z1, and we do that since we plan to multiply those two, okay, but only for the z. So I will mask the rg, okay, and now we have a texture which might be good for what we need. Let's see. Let's have a tube. Okay, and we need this to be on z-axis, and let's see. I would like this tube to always stay in the center, sit on the XY plane, and you can do that by grabbing the height into the center Z and then divide it by 2, and now no matter how long it will be, it will stay in position. Okay, and now let's use a geometry. Okay, and yeah, first I would like to have this number a little bit smaller. Okay, since yeah, till we make it. Okay, and let's see. So I need this to be placed on the same points. So first let's make this crazy color. So I know this texture, I'm using it into geometry for instance. Okay, now I plan to use this one too. So okay, and this tube here, let's use instancing. I have those points. Okay, R, G and B. Okay, and let's have this texture for the scale, R, G and B. Okay, so we good. They are like bullets, you know, and we need to have those tubes oriented through the tail point. Okay, let's see the tail point first. Okay, so I just copy this. Okay, we go here, and my tail will be this cache select. Let's color the same color. Okay, and let's use this cache select this time for the translate, and let's see. Yeah, we are not good yet. Okay, I'll make the speed a little bit slow. Okay, and the cache would go 64. Now let's see what we did. Okay, so we put the tail but not in a good position, or the tubes are actually not oriented where they should be. Okay, so the direction we need, we have it here in this texture. Okay, and now let's use this texture also here in geometry, instance 2. Okay, grab this here. Instead of default, we go with pre-root, and now if we say R, G and B, now we good. So the tube, it's placed where it should be. Okay, and yeah, let's make it even better. Okay, now my sphere is a mesh. Here I have rows 20, columns 40. Let's see. Since a sphere would, half of the sphere would be covered by the tube, okay, would be much smarter if instead of one sphere we only use a semi-sphere. Okay, so for this let's go with let's set this to, I don't know, maybe 32 here, I don't know, or yeah, 16, it's much better maybe. And I would like to have it on z-axis. Okay, now we need to cut the half. Okay, and you see here, right at the half I don't have any point, and this is because the row amount is has to be an odd number. So if we say 15, we good. And now we use delete. Okay. And yeah, let's go here with bounding volume. Okay, let's set the volume to 2. Okay, and we want to take this z and center, use it in a center z, divided by 2, and let's see now. Okay, yeah, I would like the other half, so we go with minus here. Okay, and yeah, let's see, primitives, okay, we good now. Now you see they look a little bit bad, right? Because the rotate to vector, we only make it for the tubes, but now since the sphere is in the half, we need to rotate that one to the vector. Okay, so let's see if I use this texture here. Okay, and go with pre-root R, G, and B. And this is the cap. Okay, and it looks okay, but it's inverted. Okay, and to avoid that, we can easily use here a mod. Okay, I multiply with -1, and so I have the other direction, and use a null here. Let's have this the same crazy color. Okay, and instead I'll take that. Okay, now we good. And we can make, okay, the tail one out of here too. Okay, and we notice that one it's also not oriented to the vector. Okay, and let's see. Let's use this vector here, the other one. Okay, now we perfect. Okay, let's go to the tube, and here we don't need 10 rows, and let's have the same number for the columns. Okay, so we take this call and drag it here. Okay, and I would like to see the faces. Okay, so I think I would go with the facet. Okay, let me check. We need a polygon here, so first convert. Okay, and it's by default converting to polygon, and now we need the facet. Okay, and we go with unique points and compute normals. Okay, so now my caps are looking how I want it. Okay, we need the same thing with facet here. So first let's set the tube to be polygon, and now facet, and now we good. Okay, how about the colors? So obviously we'll use two colors, the one for each caps, and in between maybe stripes or something. And let's do that. I like to make it with a noise top, okay, and this is 2 by 1, and nearest pixels 32 RGBA, okay. So now I have my two colors, okay. What I need, let's go for a material, okay. So we use foam material, okay. And here in color map I need to give a texture, and let's make this a little bit bigger. So I use a fit, okay, and being a texture, I guess it's good with 1024. Yeah. Oh, not like this. Okay. And nearest pixels and fill. Okay. Let's use a null, and yeah, let's see this. So now I drop my material into my geometry, okay. And yeah, we are not good. We need to flip this, okay. If we flip this bottom left, now we good, okay. And I would like to use those colors, okay, for the also for the head and the tail, okay. And so yeah, let's have this material here, and it has to take the color map out of a different texture, which we can have by using a group here. So this would take the first one, let's see, pixel 1, so okay, and another one would be fraction 1 here, and pixel would be 1 here, okay. And now this texture goes here, and I copy paste this, and I'll give it this texture. Okay, now let's use them for the geo, okay. Okay, so yeah, now we have some pills, okay. And yeah, if you don't like the colors, okay, you can easily go here and looking for some other colors, or you can give them the colors you want, okay. It's not so hard. Okay, what else? Let's make 1000 here, and increase the speed. And you see the longer the distance between head and tail, yeah, the tube will adjust, okay. So with 4 here, they are okay. So now we pretty good, okay. What else? Let's see, maybe here would be much nicer. 8, okay, yeah, much nicer, okay. And how do we do the stripes? Okay, the stripes, we just need a transform here, and we scale on Y by 1 divided by 2. And now we have stripes, but we need to say here repeat, okay. And yeah, they look like bees now, okay. And okay, now let's render this out. Okay, we use render. Okay, and this has to be 1280, the same for both. Okay, and we need a camera. Okay, and a light. So okay, now for the camera we can go with 2 here, and yeah, maybe you want to rotate the camera. Okay, and the fastest way, not using any chops or you know, sine waves or stuff like that, you can drag this TZ here, you know, into the pivot Z and go with minus. Now if you rotate the camera, it will always it will always see the center. Okay, okay, what else to do? Let me see. First let's make this black. Okay, and yeah, maybe I want to do like this, to have the light attached to the camera. And what I would like to have here, it's some of the instances which are far away from the camera. I would like to have them a little bit dark, right? And we can do this in a couple of ways. Okay, first of all, we have the position. Okay, and we can subtract the position out of the camera position and form a ramp, and then we multiply that with this render. Okay, but that would give us the one single shade of gray for the entire instance. Okay, instead we can use depth here. Okay, let's grab this, and what I like to do is go with 32. Okay, like this, and I want to rearrange from camera space, and now it's quite ugly, but I will show you how to make it nicer. So here in range from, I would like to drop the TZ, my camera TZ, okay, for both of them, right? And with the first one would take +1, the second one will take -1, and now we have a very nice map. Okay, it's a like a height map, or you know, and yeah, we can multiply those two now. And we have something like this, and maybe a level would make justice. Let's see, yeah. And here we have also a gamma, which can give some very nice results. Okay, so yeah, they look like they're in a shadow, not quite shadow, but yeah, the depth, you can see that. Okay, and yeah, this was my tutorial. You can play with this technique, and it's very nice. I really hope you like this, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, hit the like button, or you can support me on Patreon. You'll get access to a bunch of other tutorials. My last one is about normals, and so you'll learn how to have perfect normals, okay, which never breaks. Let me show you. I don't know, you have whatever black and white texture, and let's go with the hard one. Let's say maybe Mandelbrot, okay. And what if I would like to see the normals, okay? If you drop normal map here, yeah, it is something, but not quite nice. And I have a tutorial for my patrons where I talk about this topic, and we have this wonderful tool which might become the most used component of yours. So yeah, thank you so much for supporting me. I want to thank to all my patrons, and special thanks goes to Anti-Allies, Breakwood, Brian Smith, Conor Carnes, Daniel Clark, Darian Brito, Derek Smith, Dimitri Diak, Fraxinus, Kevin Greber, Mikan, Oish Nolar, Brian Givord, Robert Elderton, and Roy Gerritsen. Guys, thank you so much. See you in the next one. Bye.